Alright, we are in section 1.4 where we get to measure and classify angles. Now, by definition, an angle is two different rays with the same endpoint. That endpoint is called the vertex. So, if you're looking at this angle here, point B in this case is the common endpoint, which is where the ray starts for both sides, and it's point B, and then the sides would be then come from point A to point C. So, talking about naming angles, there are different names to give angles. So if we use the example up here above, first off, looking at just the naming of the angles, first thing we can do, we can name it angle B, which you can name it just by the value of the vertex as long as angle B is the only vertex that it shows for that specific angle. I'll get into that, the namings of all the angles in a bit. And you can also name it angle ABC, and you could also name it angle CBA. Alright, because it doesn't matter which endpoint it starts with, but the most important thing is the vertex must be in the middle, must be the center letter. Okay? Again, the vertex we talked about, that happens at point B. And then the naming of the sides, like I said, the sides are rays. And in this particular instance, the rays in this angle are ray BA, which has to be like this, and ray BC. Okay? So it starts with the endpoint, which happens to be the vertex, and then goes towards A and C. Okay? When we're measuring angles, we're going to use protractor. So protractor is this item right here, and how we measure angles is this. If you look here where my mouse icon is, this little like cross right there, you're gonna put that cross right at the vertex. Alright, and the line should be lining across this line segment here. And then you're going to look at this measurement mark. Now, as you look, this angle here does not appear to be greater than 90 degrees. So that means that I'm going to use the markings over here. Okay, if it happened to be larger than 90 degrees, I'd use the markings over here. But since we aren't, we're going to use the ones that make it less than 90. And then I measure it, it looks like it's right about here, and it looks like it's about 50 degrees. And then once we know what the angle measure is, we can then classify it by its angle measure by giving it these names. If an angle is less than 90 degrees, then it's an acute angle. If an angle is 90 degrees, then it would be a right angle. And how we identify that is by this square box on the corner, because we can't prove that it's 90 degrees unless we have that icon there to show us. If an angle is greater than 90 but less than 180 degrees, it would be an obtuse angle, and then a straight line angle would be considered to have an angle of 180 degrees. So I go over here, and we have a protractor set up on several lines and rays to make up angles. We're going to identify we're going to use the diagram to find the angle measure. And then also that we're going to classify the angles. So the first one we're going to do is angle KHJ. Okay, so that's how it's read. So remember that H is the vertex because it's in the middle. If we look at this, this is less than 90, so it's an acute angle. And it looks like it's in between 50 and 60. It's a little bit closer to 50, so I'm going to say that it's 52 degrees. Then we look at angle GHK. By looking at that, this is going to be an obtuse angle because it looks like it's greater than 90. And by looking at it now I'm going to use these marks here to help me measure. And it looks like it's in between 120 and 130 degrees. It's leaning towards 130. I'm going to say that's going to be about 128 degrees. The next one would be angle GHJ, and that comes from the straight line, so it's a straight line angle, and that means that it's 180 degrees. And then finally, we got GHL, so GHL, and that looks like a right angle, and right angles are 90 degrees. Okay. Last thing I'm going to talk about is the angle addition postulate. Angle addition postulate is this. We have this angle measure of RST, and whatever measure that is, since they share a common endpoint with the vertex S, I could say that this angle plus this angle is going to equal this larger angle. So that's what the addition postulate is going to do for us. And this is what I was talking about when I was talking about the naming of an angle. See, before, like in the page before, we talked about, I think it was angle B was the vertex, and then we could say that that angle was angle B because it only had one vertex or one angle that it could represent. Well, you couldn't use angle S for this one, and here's why. Because angle S could represent three separate angles. It could represent this angle, it could represent this angle, and it could represent this angle. So it's very, very important that when you have a situation like this, that you use the 3 points to help you identify which angle you're talking about. So when I say angle RSP, I'm talking about that smaller angle. So keep that in mind. So when we're going to apply the angle addition postulate to this problem, it's telling us that RST equals 145 degrees, and they're asking us to find the angles of RSP and PST. So with that being said, I know that because of the angle addition postulate, I know that 2x plus 10 plus 4x minus 3 is going to equal 145 degrees. Combining like terms, I get 6x plus 7 equals 145. I get 6x, I subtract 7 of both sides, I get 138. And then finally, when I divide both sides by 6, I get x equals 23. But that doesn't solve our problem. The problem is asking for the angle measures of these two angles. So we have to plug in 23 in for x and solve. So I go over here and I say 2 times 23 plus 10. I get 46 plus 10, and that would be 56 degrees. For the other angle, I'm going to go 4 times 23 minus 3. That gives me, what, 92 minus 3. 92 minus 3 is 89 degrees. So here are my two measurements that I was looking for. The last example I have here, it looks like I have a straight line, and coming off of it is I have an angle of 65 degrees. Well, since I know that straight angles are 180, from here to here, I can just take 180, subtract it by 65, and then my unknown angle would be 115 degrees. Alright? That is being able to measure and classify angles. Hope this helps. Until next time.